Hey friend, can I get you to do me a favor for just a moment? I need to tell you something that I feel might change the way you see yourself, your brand, and your business. Because, see, right now we are living in a crazy time. The world is moving at a pace that it doesn't really leave space for humanity. We are living in a time where AI is not just knocking at the door, it has come in, got itself comfortable, cozied up on our sofa, and is now watching a Netflix series. Okay? And I just want you to know, while I am a firm believer of innovation, I need us to pause long enough just to ask one deep but simple question. What happens when we automate the essence out of what makes us real? This is something that has been on my heart for quite a while. And I want to just say this, as my old friend used to say, with no reservation. I want to call it what it is. We have handed over pieces of our lives conveniently, quietly, and consistently to machines. Our groceries are being delivered without eye contact. I don't like that. Our dogs, our animals, even goldfish are being fed on timers. Our businesses are being run by bots. We schedule our emotions through productivity apps because, like, when was the last time you had to use an app to remember to breathe? We are being bombarded with so much stuff, and rightfully so. There is so much coming at us right now. It's no humanly way possible that we can deal with all the stuff we see, worry about posting on social media, worry about being a good wife, a good mom, a good, teacher if you're that, a nurse if you're that, and still running a successful business. We schedule our emotions as if they're play dates. Even our thank yous are auto-generated. Like, when was the last time you went to a store, like a physical store, and you heard the machine thank you for your business while the humans would have conversations to the side? Like, I've seen that so much lately, and it really breaks my heart. Because honestly, this is deeper than ChatGTP or Canva's Magic, right? Or any other tool that you can name in this space. But it is something that I feel is a societal shift, a slow erasure of the human fingerprint. Because I look at it like this: we've become so efficient, but are we even fulfilled now? Think about the last genuine conversation. I mean, the last genuine conversation that you had with someone, not the one where you were multitasking, not the one where you were driving on your way somewhere, not the one where you were talking and half listening and the person had to continue to repeat themselves while you were checking notifications, while you were scrolling on Instagram, while you were scrolling on TikTok, while you was watching that video on YouTube on the TV. I mean, a real conversation. Like, when was it? If it's been too long for you to remember, then that's a problem. Because we're losing the art of presence. And with it, we're losing the foundation of all business success and human connection. I feel that AI can never replace business. It can replicate the tone. It can mimic branding. It can even create likeness of your face if you allow it. But let me tell you what it can't do. It can't replace discernment. It can't replace the weight of your story. It doesn't understand your journey, your trauma, or your triumph. It doesn't feel the tears behind your transformation. And it doesn't know the cost of how much it took for you to be confident. It doesn't know your story. You can tell it and you can do the best that you can to articulate that to AI. But no matter how many prompts you feed it, it cannot ever, ever, ever create authenticity. Because authenticity isn't written, it's embodied. And let me tell you what I see happening in so many businesses right now. And I just really want to speak candidly. Can I? Is it okay? All right. Women who used to have a magnetic personal brand are suddenly forgettable. And when I say forgettable, I'm not saying them as humans. I mean them with the branding, the marketing, and everything that they're doing in order to stay relevant in this super busy. Because let me just break it down for just a second. I don't know if you guys have taken a moment to look at the stats. When you look at certain platforms require you to post so many times a day. There is no way humanly possible that you can do this without burning out. There is no way humanly possible that you can do this without causing yourself a ton of anxiety, because typically posts that you make on Instagram are not lasting 24 hours. Honestly, you may have a few hours with Instagram, and I think Facebook may be a little bit longer, but depending on the platform that you're using, you will see a multitude of more information that you have to put out, so many more context, so much more. And every time you look up, they're coming out with something new. Oh, now you can do this and now you can do that. That's a lot. It really is. Why? Because sometimes I feel that, well, not just I feel, clearly this is the case. The longer they keep us on these platforms, the more they get paid, because their content is now our content, right? Like what we do is for them. And I get it. Like that's their business. It literally is their business. But here's the thing. When you get to the point where you're sounding like everybody else, your voice has been filtered through so many AI tools that now it has lost its edge, its uniqueness, and its soul. Your audience isn't stupid, friend. They can feel when something is automated. They can feel when it's not you. They can feel that you're not really there. And I also want to give you this caveat. They are starving for something real, because everywhere you look, it's a bunch of fluff. It's a bunch of foolishness. And it's up to us to make things right, to make things different, and to stand out from all of that fluff. I'm afraid that we're becoming so polished and so prim and proper that we're optimized to the point of, who are you? We're so streamlined that we are losing our ability to connect with real people in real time, because having real conversations with people is something that doesn't always happen. Going into stores, I remember this used to be like a thing for me, right? Going into stores and just having conversations with people, because sometimes people just want to have a conversation. Now you can barely get them to say thank you for coming in to shop with them. We are losing nuance. We are losing honesty. We are losing imperfection. And with it, the invitation for people to actually relate to us. And brands, oh my gosh, like all the brands are blending in. Everybody is doing the same thing, and all the websites are starting to look the same. All the captions are sounding like templates, and more than likely they probably are. And all the voices are being drowned with the same 3 viral audio clips. You don't believe me? Go to YouTube. I'll be over here, and come back and let me know. You might even be watching this on YouTube, but I'm just saying. And if you're wondering why your engagement is low, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why no one is really converting. Let me tell you why your business feels like it's stalling. Because here's what is really happening. You're posting, but you're feeling invisible, right? You're working harder, and you're collecting less people that you want to do business with. You're connecting less with people that you really want to do business with, and your content gets likes but no loyalty. Am I right? Okay, I'm in the right room. All right. People follow you, but they don't buy from you. I know, because it happens to me all the time. I don't know what type of peep show people are seeing when they come to my page and just follow. They don't engage. They don't like. They're just there. I don't know what that's about. I think it's weird. But here's the truth. We are outsourcing too much of our voice. We have given AI the mic, and now it's time for us to take it back. And now our audience can't hear us. They're not buying because they don't believe you. Not because your offer isn't good. Not because your voice isn't yours anymore. People are not converting, and they don't buy because they feel that there is no authenticity. There, I got it out. I said it. If you're a brand, a business owner, a business leader, or a woman who's building something powerful, then this should be something that you look at like a wake-up call. This is your invitation to return to yourself, not the polished version of you, but the real one. You know, the one with the story, the one with flaws, the one that has been through so much, but yet settling for surface level. Because that's what people are buying into, not the perfect post, not the viral formula. They buy the truth. They buy energy. They buy conviction. And like my good mentor says, people buy from people. Now listen, I'm not saying throw AI away, because we are not doing that. I use it. I love it. I leverage. And I believe in smart systems. And if you don't believe me, I have a whole series coming out next week about smart systems. But what I'm saying is your strategy should support your voice, not replace it. Your tools should help to enhance your authenticity, not erase it. Because the very thing that makes you, that magnetic brand that you built, is you, friend. And no tool can ever replace what God has handcrafted and designed for you and in you. The solution isn't to ditch technology, but it is to remember who you are when you use it. Now, imagine posting content that feels like you again. Imagine your audience recognizing your voice even before they see your name. For instance, I remember a few years ago, I had someone to tell me, we had did a Zoom call or something. And I remember this person told me, Angelia, before I even see or find out who the person is that's in this post without looking at your name, I know your stuff because all of your stuff has a look. They were right. Because that's my brand. And I take my brand very seriously. So I want you to also imagine creating offers that feel so aligned, so true to who you are, that selling your product, your service, what you have to offer feels effortless. Imagine building a business that doesn't drain you, but it feeds you. Because that is an extension of you, your truth, and not a performance of someone else's formula. This is what happens when you stop performing and start being real. When you stop optimizing and start connecting. When you start to remember that your imperfections, they aren't bugs, honey. They're features. Oh my goodness. This conversation. And if you've been feeling that tug, just a little bit, if you've been performing instead of connecting, and if you've been outsourcing your confidence, your voice, and your vision, then I want to invite you to refresh and reconnect. Next Friday, we're gathering, and I don't know, let me see how I can say this. I want women in the room that will value this space. This is an intimate, elevated space, and we are only bringing in less than 20 women, and I mean that. Like, I don't want to go over 20 women, even though we have space for 55. I want to have 20 women in the room. That's my goal. Women who are ready to remember who they really are. This isn't just an event. This is not an awkward networking event, because I don't like those. I don't do them, and that's why I stopped going to them. But it is a return to alignment, a return to clarity, and a return to sisterhood, because I think all of us have been missing that. A return to truth. But before you get all excited, let me tell you what you're going to walk away with. So you have 3 levels to invest to attend this event. Why didn't I do it for free? Let me just attack the elephant in the room. First of all, no attack on elephants, but let me just talk about it candidly. A few years ago, I had a opportunity to attend a training with the legendary John Lee. And if you don't know who he is, go look him up. He is an amazing marketer, and he really, he can get directly to you. And I love the way he teaches. But anyway, shout out to John Lee. But what I wanted to say is, I remember him saying something so vividly, and it was, people who don't pay attention. And ever since then, I've been seeing his words hold true. When you do free events, people come, they take, and they don't pay attention. They're really just there for the free. And so I don't want that type of space. I don't want the type of energy in the room. I want to bring a new, fulfilling type of experience, a new type of networking, one that leaves you full and happy to go to your next event, or happy that you took time off from work or took time off from your busy afternoon. Most of the people that are going to be coming are business owners, but it's open to all women that have the desire to be in the room, to build, to connect, to grow with other powerhouse women just like them. So back to what you're going to get. So now that you know why it's not free, that's why. You're going to leave with new branding images, because I feel that working with me, is going to actually capture your essence. I'm going to give you a business strategy that amplifies your voice instead of hiding it. You're going to get professional makeup that positions you and make you feel like yourself again. A beautiful lunch with women who get it. Yeah, we're going to eat. I love to eat. Real connection in a world of automation, because that's what this is all about. And more importantly, I want to give you space to reclaim your time, reclaim your energy, and like literally just come and be happy and partake in this experience. And I want to give you the reminder of who you really are before the bots, before the burnout, and before the branding fatigue. But here's what I need for you to know. There are only a few spots left, and this Friday, I'm excited because, well, it's next Friday, not this Friday. This Friday is coming up fast, but this next Friday, I want you to know that doing this is very intentional, and I'm doing this because I feel that we need real connection. This is your chance to be seen again, to be heard again, and to be you again. And so I'm not even going to edit this video. What you see is what you're going to get. So if you get some bloopers in there, it is what it is, because let's get back to real life. Let's get back to not being so perfect, because at the end of the day, being perfect has got us to the point where nobody cares anymore. I'm flawed. Take it or leave it. The link is in the description. Don't let another week pass by wondering what if. Go ahead and secure your elevated experience today. And I will see you next week. Bye.